Okay, Dankey Kang. So, this is a sort of continuation of the saga with me and Matt Armadillo Hunter, but I thought we could take a little trip down memory lane and discuss this little picture here that I dug up in my archives. This is Dankey circa, I want to say 2016, 2015 maybe. It was the conference that Matt Dillahunty debated famous asshole Cy Ten Bruggen cunt. That's not his real name, but his real name isn't important. His real name is Cy Ten Bruggen Kate, if I remember correctly, but it's honestly not even worth remembering. The guy was an asshole, almost as big an asshole as Matt is being right now. At least Cy Ten Bruggen Kate was honest about being an asshole. Alright, at least there was that. Matt is the kind of guy who would masquerade as being your ally, but then slowly start introducing people at the table who are hostile to your identity. And I'm not talking about me here, folks. I'm talking about the trans community. But as a trans ally, I like to think that I hurt whenever a trans person gets hurt, if even just a little bit. If nothing else, just for the general principle of it all. So it's a real shame, and it's a real sham to see Matt Dillahunty sell out to the reactionary wing of this so-called skeptic movement online. I use skeptic in the most ironic sense of the term because these guys aren't skeptics. They have bought completely hook, line, and sinker into this toxic reactionary ideology that is being peddled to them from all corners of the internet by the alt-right. So congratulations, Matt, you have sold out to right-wing elements, fascistic elements. What was supposed to be a movement of progressives, what was supposed to be a movement of intersectionalism, advocating for religious freedom, an end to bigotry. You guys were supposed to be one of the vanguards against bigotry in your community. And what did you do? You wound up endorsing it, Matt. It's a real damn shame. It's a real shame to see how far you've fallen, how far you're willing to just sell out everything. I thought you were the kind of guy that had some kind of principles, but I see that you've just sold out an entire group of vulnerable, disenfranchised, marginalized people who, many of them looked up to you as allies, and it's just so shameful. It's shameful what's happened to the ACA. I think it should stand as an example of what not to do. Namely, don't allow chuds like Matt Dillahunty and Rationality Rules and their fanboys to overrun what is supposed to be an intersectional, progressive movement. And this is when I bring in fucking Lenin, because Lenin is relevant to everything, ladies and gentlemen. And Lenin emphasized you need a vanguard party. You need a party that is the most revolutionary and the most ideologically pure sectors to lead your movement. And we did not have that at the ACA, ladies and gentlemen. We had Matt Dillahunty, who is willing to capitulate with transphobes, and thus is willing to capitulate to certain far-right elements that are trying to take over this country, and are certainly a huge influence in the area which he lives. I know for a fact the far-right is influential in the area in which I live because I monitor their activity. They're all the fuck over the place here, Matt, and you're kowtowing to them. Like I said in the last episode, you're probably in the queue to be invited to the Joe Rogan show. I don't know if that's your agenda, But all Joe Rogan's gonna say to you is what a victim Rationality Rules is. Stephen Woodcock, whatever his stupid fucking name is, I don't give a shit. Because his username is a dipshit username. Rationality doesn't fucking rule. Alright? I don't have the balls to call myself something like that. Because I know for a fact that I argue from passion a lot of the time. I like to think I'm a reasonable guy. I'm a logic boy. But, you know, I don't want that persona of me. Like, my fedora has been tucked away neatly in my closet, and I don't whip it out unless I have to deal with religious bullshit. These guys wear it loud and proud. My days of flaunting my fedora are over, because I realized the atheist movement is so fucking limited in what it can do in terms of politics, in terms of social justice. I'm not interested in just getting fucking 10 Commandments monuments taken down. Yeah, it's on the to-do list, but in terms of priority, it should be fucking at the bottom. In terms of actual harm it does, countering things like homophobia and transphobia and advocating for women's rights, stuff like that is absolutely influential, and you should absolutely be doing that. Instead of, I don't know, selling out and throwing the trans community under the bus. It's a real shame. It's like, over the years, I've witnessed all of my heroes in the skeptic community slowly either be pushed to the margins and just completely, ousted and exiled. Somebody like Cult of Dusty. Or I have seen them sell out and turn down this reactionary road. You had Thunderfoot is a big one that comes to my mind right away. But apparently Aron is also in on this, in on the defense. And that's extremely disappointing for me to see, because I looked up to Aron almost as much as I looked up to Matt Dillahunty. It's a fucking travesty. It's like all my heroes are fucking just everybody betray me. I am fed up with this world. To quote Tommy Wiseau, I am fucking fed up with seeing these so-called skeptics sell out to all these reactionary chud elements on the internet. You took a perfectly good movement and you pissed all over it, Matt. You and your chuds, you pissed all over it, and now it's ruined for everybody. It's like you all made a perfectly fine, perfectly scrumptious pizza pie, and then you whipped your dick out and you pissed all over it, you and your chud friends, and now it's ruined. You guys can wallow in it, you guys can rub the pissy urine-soaked pizza all over yourselves while you just wallow in victory. Congratulations. You control the ACA. You control a fucking burned down sham of a fucking movement that used to have some kind of a potential, but is now just yet again another chud bro hangout zone. Congratulations, Matt. You've made a safe space for you and your fucking fashy transphobe friends. Have fun with that.